Hey, fellow Schneider drivers, Friendly Bill coming at you. Oh, it's about 11 p.m. Lately, I've been driving evenings, and it just kind of worked out that way. Of course, you know the issues with driving evenings, parking. I've gotten a lot better at finding spots now that I've driven for 4 years. Just getting better at it. So, driving in the evenings isn't that big of a deal. I am safely parked at a TA. It's 11 p.m. Quick video. Every time that you turn the key of your truck, you are entering into a life and death situation. And I don't want to sound over dramatic, but you are. Truck drivers, it's a life and death situation every minute, all day long that you're driving. You have to have faith that the oncoming tractor trailer in that lane is awake or is sober. Because if they're not, you could be killed. Truck driving is a very dangerous profession. I'm trying to remember the exact statistics, but driving a truck, I believe, is more dangerous than being a police officer. Driving a truck is dangerous. There's a lot of ways you can get killed. Automobile accidents is way up there in the number of responsible for the number of deaths is auto accidents. So you can be killed in a wreck. The equipment's heavy and dangerous. You could be squished or crushed or killed, and it's dangerous. The reason I'm talking about this is I was driving south, and there was an accident in front of me, a couple miles in front of me. The traffic slowed down, and I was in traffic for 45 minutes, and the cops came by, and it was down to one lane of traffic, and we could go around. But as I'm driving around the accident, there's a dead body in the median, and the cops are there. And apparently what happened is there was two motorcyclists, and they got run off the road by a truck. It was a truck stacked like a pickup truck, but it was just stacked way high with junk, and they had ropes on it, and I don't know, so it didn't look like a good situation. Anyway, they ran these motorcycles off the road. Motorcycle went off in the median. He lost control. Bang, hit the median, dead. So, I'm driving along, and I was actually talking with my kids at the same time, hey, we're talking about the three little pigs and Harry Potter, and I look over and there's a dead body. Of course I didn't say anything to them about it, but I was like, oh my God, So it's not the first time I've seen death on the road. Well, about a year and a half ago, it was night. It was probably 8 o'clock at night, just driving down the highway, and off in the distance I see like a glowing orange. And I wasn't the first vehicle on the scene, but I was the second. And there was a car in front of me that also stopped. And this car was on fire, and it was right in the middle of the road. And somehow they lost control, hit the median, and the car burst into flame. And so, I'm the second one on the scene. So that person's like, they go up to the car, and the car's on fire. And, they're like, the car's on fire, the car's on fire. So without even a second thought, I grab my fire extinguisher and I go running up to this car on fire. And I'm trying to put the fire out, but it's not happening. I used up the whole extinguisher in a couple minutes, and the fire was still burning. And as I was trying to put the fire out, I was able to look in the car, and everybody was dead. There were 4 people. All of them were dead. The other person there said everybody's dead, and I was just trying to put the fire out, and so I've seen death a few times on the road. I'm sure we all have seen accidents that turned out to be fatal, but you don't actually see the bodies necessarily. So I actually I actually could see the dead bodies with my own eyes. And, it's just a reminder of how precious life is. It's a reminder of how dangerous the road can be. Schneider offers accidental death insurance. I think it's like it's like $2 a paycheck or something. And I'm getting, if I were to actually get killed on the road, the beneficiary, which would be my ex-wife, my kids, essentially. I think it's $80,000, which isn't a huge amount. 80,000 isn't a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. So I've got that accidental death insurance. I suggest everybody gets it. I mean, the premiums are so low that, the premiums, the cost is so low. I suggest everybody get it. But the road is dangerous, and I don't want to sound morbid, but that's kind of why this job is exciting. I was a graphic designer for 20 years. It was never a life and death situation. We had big accounts, million dollar accounts, and the things you were preparing, the documents you were preparing had to be accurate because we were ordering a huge amount of whatever packaging. And it was a big deal because of the amount of money, but it was never a life and death situation. The worst thing that could happen is you have like a misspelled word or something. That was the worst thing that could happen. So it's kind of exciting as a truck driver. Don't get me wrong, I'm not into death or anything, but every time you start the truck, every time you turn the key, it's a life and death situation. And I don't think the general public realizes it, how dangerous this job is, and I think we're taken for granted a lot by the general public. Well, I know we are, but it's a dangerous job. It's a dangerous job. Accidents happen. I try to minimize accidents, as we all do, I think. But even if you're, even if you drive defensively and give plenty of room, and even if you do things right, the unexpected can happen, and you can't plan for everything, but I try to do my best to be safe, but things happen. I've heard stories from other drivers, about life and death situations, and yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to be said about that. Everybody tries to avoid accidents, but this truck, the motorcycles were in the left-hand lane, the truck was in the right-hand lane, and I don't know what the heck. I don't know if that guy was sober or not, but he just ran those motorcycles right off the road. And the other thing I've seen trucks either in the median or off the road, and I'm pretty sure people are falling asleep, because I'll see a truck off in the ditch on the side of the road. It's a dry day, it's not raining, it's in the daytime, the roads aren't slick, there wasn't, I think they just fall asleep, and as they're falling asleep they go off into the ditch, and then they wake up and they overcorrect and they jackknife. So the biggest thing is be sober, be well rested, drive for conditions, give plenty of space, give traffic plenty of space, know your surroundings. These are all things that I try to do just to be safe. But if you're driving along and some jackass just cuts you off or hits another car right in front of you, you're gonna hit those cars. You got to maintain your lane and brake, but you're gonna hit them. The only thing you can do is you gotta stay in your lane and try to come to a stop safely. But you guys know that. You're all Schneider drivers. You know all that stuff. I'm just talking. I'm just kind of affirming things in my mind. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh, my beard is getting long. You know, I've been doing this thing lately where I actually tuck it in because it's getting a little bit crazy here. My hair is so long, I need a haircut. Look at this. Look at this. This is disgusting. Hold on. This is my emo look. I'm gonna start going to the truck stops looking like this. Hey, fellow Schneider drivers, this is Emo Bill. Anyway, I thought I'd make a video. Some of my favorite YouTubers haven't made a video today, so some of my favorite YouTubers, I like Smart Trucking. It's called Smart Trucking. That guy has a wealth of knowledge. He's been doing this for, I don't know, 25, 30 years. He just gives the facts, and you know, he's not so much of an entertainer as just factual stuff. That's kind of what I fashioned my channel after, was Smart Trucking. I also like This Guy Trucks. That's Josh. Josh and I know each other and communicate. He's got like 50,000, getting close to 50,000 subscribers, and he just tells, you know, he's an entertainer. He's got funny stories, and you know, it's just fun to watch his videos. I like it for the entertainment value. I don't get too much factual information from that, but so I like This Guy Trucks. I like Smart Trucking. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot of truck driver channels that I watch. I'm not going to name the ones I don't like because, you know, it's just the drama. I don't want to start a big drama thing with some of these guys. So, but yeah. Anyway, this is kind of a rambling video. Anyway, ramble on. If you got any ideas, give me a contact.